YouTube, how you doing? Double L here with episode 6 of the Genoa Career Mode series. Today we're going to take on Udinese, a very important league match. Hopefully it will propel me out of the middle funk that I'm kind of in. Uh, you know, I don't know how many of you guys are watching the NCAA tournament, but it's just absolutely crazy right now. I love it. Every year it's just absolutely nuts. Duke losing to Mercer in the first round. I had Duke going a long ways. My brackets are busted. How are your guys' doing? Here we go. Fisher to Gilardino. And Gilardino gets the first goal of the game. He is actually turning out to be quite a really good player up in the middle. Very talented. He always gets his head to the ball in all these jump ball situations. And Fisher is playing really well right now as well. Just getting the ball out, getting the ball down, and I'm very happy that I signed him. But anyways, the NCAA tournament's going on. There's been some big upsets. I'm happy to see Dayton winning and Harvard winning. Oh, here goes Gilardino. Shot. Nope. But we got a corner. And it's just a fantastic time of year because there's nothing else like it. You don't always see the underdogs beat the big guys all the time. And that's why I love college basketball, because anything can happen. It's just one game. The NBA, it's a little bit too long, a little bit boring. The guys are too good, or I just feel that they lost a lot of the skill out of the game. And look at that. Fisher dives for the header, and the ball just kind of pops over his head. Maybe it was because the goalkeeper was there, but he gave him a nice blowjob, actually. But here we are getting on an attack. And you get some of that in football where people upset other people, but it's very rare. It's very rare to see a team like Crystal Palace beat like a giant like Manchester United, but they have. Um, it's just there's something about March Madness that no other sport can replicate. They get close there. That was a little bit too close for my comfort. Look at that, right between the legs. Better finish this off. Yeah, there we go. Fitafidis. He's actually playing really well on my right side. I'm having a tough time with Bakali and him, who I should play, because it always seems like Fitafidis, I play really well with him. I really recommend playing with him. He kind of fills out that side just perfectly. They get close there. Got a guy taking a run, but I just love how they are right on the point where they're going to make it or get offside, and they kind of stop. But there's other times where they just go right through. Oh, and that's just pitiful. Pitiful attempt. I should have tried to chip it over. In the first half, is going pretty easy. I'm surprised. Udinese is a good team, and it should really show me where I'm at in the league. And right now, I'm 2-0 up. But they get good attacks like this one. But overall, the pressure just was not really there for me. I was kind of slicing them up with the speed, and my mistake there, I did the triple tap X, and that just did not work at all. I should have probably just tried to cross it. And that one's just ridiculous. The guy kicks it out of bounds, but it's out on me. Come on, FIFA. So they're putting Di Natale in, and I know I have to watch out for Di Natale. He's probably the most dangerous player on the team. But luckily, I get clearances like that and like this. But so what do you guys think? What's the best time in sports in your guys' opinion? I mean, mine's March because of the NCAA tournament. I also like the summer where the World Cup comes along. I think that's very exciting as well. And there's Di Natale with a shot that looked terrible, and yet my goalkeeper was just miles wide of it. Maybe it's just because he couldn't see it. I don't know, but it looked bad. Here's a nice one. Fisher. Oof. Makes a good save, and then he kicks it out of bounds. Bertolacci, he's been playing pretty well for me. Gave him a few runouts. Coffee had been asking to play, so I decided to see what he's like by putting him in. Here he is making his first kind of touch, and then the game ends. And, luckily for me, got away with a win. I have that 2-0 cushion always really helps. And here's how my players were playing. Zuma's just been a beast. I mean, put him in the middle of there. He's the most athletic defender I have, and he's just annihilating people. It's unbelievable. You know, here we are against Napoli, and I thought this was also going to be a judge, because Napoli is a pretty decent team, and there's just something. Their defense just kind of held me in check. Here's a good shot, but deflected. Pepe Reina in FIFA has always kind of driven me nuts. He's always a very talented keeper that makes it hard for me to score. I used to play, and I still do play as Manchester United at career modes all the time. That's the first career mode I always get when I open the box because I'm a big United fan. And Pepe Reina at Liverpool he would be one of the hardest guys to score on in the league, in the Premier League. And I was surprised to hear that, Rodgers deemed him as a surplus. But I mean, I guess you got Mignolet, and Mignolet is pretty decent. So, it's hard to tell. Pepe Reina was being talked about going to Barcelona, but I think he'll probably end up at Napoli still. And Higuain just sneaked behind my defenders. The Mao just didn't even care. I've given him a few runouts because, I need to see. My defense has just been horrible. I've been giving up all these penalties. Partially it's because of me, but some of these guys just are not playing well at all. And luckily, Higuain got offside there. I think he would have been pretty through on goal. Pretty much the first half has just been an onslaught of them just pounding me. And I just have a few shots here or there. Hopefully I can keep out a cross here. And they go short. Please get him. Okay, we got him out of bounds. So Napoli 0-1, 1-0 Napoli. It's been hard to maintain anything here. It's just been, nip and tuck and, 3 shots, 1 shot on target for me, 4 shots with them. But they're a pretty solid team. They're just hard to break down with this team because look at that. They have, 8 people sitting, parking the bus, and I only have 1 guy kind of up there. Passing the ball around, trying to get them out of position. And here's Gilardino's good chance. And it was just a little squeaker by Reina. Kind of reminds me of the last match where Di Natale scored a squeaker by me. But Gilardino's in such good form. I do not want to take him out to put in Vincent Araujo just because he's so good right now. And he's scoring just about a goal and a half a game for me. He dictates everything with this team, being the lead strike man. Napoli doing some good passing here. Oh, come on, get it. Just wide. Just wide. Napoli has a lot of talented players. And I think they will be very good for the future. And they're good right now. I mean, I was surprised that they finally agreed to get rid of Cavani, but I guess if a player doesn't want to stay there, you got to cut him loose at a price. And PSG paid a big price. I don't think he's quite happy at PSG being out on the wing, but we'll see. And everybody's saying that he's not happy. I have no idea. So Zuma steals the ball there, dribbles it into a guy who steals the ball back, and Zuma gets a penalty. Just my luck. Just my luck. And Hammerseek, right down the middle. I gotta stop going to a side because they're just pounding it down the middle. I think nearly every time they've hit it, it's been down the middle in all of the penalties. And I just cannot believe how many penalties I've given up so far. It's just unbelievable. So we got to get this late goal, and they're kind of hiding the ball. So we pushing up. This is one last attack needs to happen here. And look, I only have really one guy in the middle. Gilardino, that's all you really need, but they just got a better header, and I wasn't able to get the ball back after that. It's kind of a disappointing match after such a good win. I really would have preferred a draw, but I have not drawn a match yet. I just don't know what to do. I mean, Kucha's still playing the game of his life out there. Um, Demau, he's starting to suck. Um, he wasn't really that good anyways, but I just am not happy with him. So I can't. I gotta find my back three, my solid back three, because I have one guy really. Um, so thank you guys very much. Please leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, tell me I'm an asshole. It doesn't really matter. So see you later, YouTube. Have a good one.